Hello students, welcome to the learning of lesson 4, working with queries. My dear students, in the previous chapter you come to know about the concept of database. What is a database? What are its different components? How to create it using Microsoft Access, and how to do simple modifications into the table structure, likewise moving the fields or addition and deletion of fields. In this chapter, in this part, we will learn how to set relationship between the tables by using the primary key. After then, we will learn about the concept of queries and how to create them and how to use them into an advanced manner. So let us start, student, with the first topic of learning, that is setting relationship between tables. My dear students, before understanding the relationship between tables, we first understand the concept of primary key. A primary key is a check on the table that uniquely identifies each record in the table. Uniquely identifies. Uniquely means something which belongs to only one. Only one. Likewise, your Aadhaar number, your mobile number, that is only with you. No other person on this earth have the same Aadhaar number or mobile number. That is unique. Identifies means to recognize. So a primary key is a check. It is a test onto the data to uniquely recognize it, that it is a unique data, no any duplicate data is entered into the table. The duplication of data is refers to as data redundancy. Likewise, two students can have same names. So means their names reflecting that the data is duplicated now. Two students, suppose two students having the name Akash. So one student and other student both have the same name, so it is referred as duplication of data. But both the students cannot have the same roll number in the class. Yes, with the help of roll number they are recognized uniquely, separately. But roll number can also not be a unique number if it is a situation of the whole school, because in every section there are students of the same roll number. Then in that situation, the unique identification of the students can be measured by a unique number. You can say the admission number. Every student has their own specific admission number, and by the help of that number they are uniquely identified in the school's computer. So primary key is that field into the database which uniquely identify a record. As you can see onto the screen, there is a picture of a table. The fields are admission number, first name, last name, class, father's name, address, date of birth. Here two students can have the same name. You can watch, there are two students with the same first name, that is E, but they are separate students. How can we say that? By watching their admission number. So here admission number is that field which is holding a unique piece of data for every student. So this field can be set as the primary key field. We can create a field as a primary key field during the design of the database. Let us understand how to set a primary key into the database. Open Microsoft Access, select New, then select Blank Database, give a database file name and then click on Create. Come to the Create tab, the Table option to create a new table. Then select the View tab and click on the Design View option. Give a name to the table, suppose test. Now Design View is opened. You can see by default with the first field name this key-like structure is displayed. This is the indication of primary key. So by default Microsoft Access considered the first field as the primary key field and wants that you should design that field which you considered as the unique field into the table. If you don't want to create any primary key into your table, you can just click on this primary key button under the Design tab. Now you can see the key is disappeared from this field tab. You can type your field name and then proceed to your work. Now I want to make this admission number as primary key field, because this field is going to hold that data which is unique for every student and I don't want it to be repeated by any typomatic error. So to make it as a primary key field, select that particular field tab which you want to make as a primary key field and click on this primary key button. Now the admission number field is set as a primary key field. So this is how you can set a primary key to any field into the table. You cannot make more than one primary keys into the table. You can see, as I wanted to make the roll number as primary key, the admission number which was set as earlier primary key, now the key is shifted to the roll number. Means admission number is no more primary key field now. In this way we can use the primary key concepts into the table. Let us see how does this primary key helps us during the data entry. I must tell you students that a primary key is very advantageous for us. It not only helps us to enter correct data, unique data into the table, but also it helps us to create relationships between the table. Relationships we will know after few time. Let us first see how this primary key helps us in data redundancy, means reducing of duplication of data. My dear students, to show you the use of primary key in data redundancy, I created tables. The table name is student table. I feed some data. You can see in the admission number field, I set it as primary key field. In this field, all the data is unique data. No data is repeated. Let us feed a new data as a duplicate data. So for example, we have 1006 here in admission number. Let us repeat this admission number 1006. Now the record is completed. I am pressing tab key to move to the next record. What we are watching, an error message is prompted from Microsoft Access. It is saying that the changes you requested to the table were not successful. They would create duplicate values in the index. Means the changes we are making in the table, we are entering a new record, that is a change into the table, and this change is not successful by Microsoft Access because one of the primary key field is saying it is a duplicate value. Change the data in the field or fields that contains duplicate data. Means unless we change this data, Access will not accept this data and will not save it into the database. So we must have to check out this admission number and change it for the change of data into the table. Now it is saved. So in this way, students, the primary key helps us in reducing the data redundancy. You can see the duplicate record was trying to be entered but was prompted from Microsoft Access that we could not save this record because it is a duplicate record. Now let us talk about the relationship between the tables. Relationship between tables refers to the joining of the tables together on behalf of a common field to relate the records of one table with records of another table. Students, just imagine a table structure where there are 25 fields into the database. Now you can imagine how bulky this database is. In spite of keeping all the fields together in one table, we can create different tables to store data related to any object. For example, a student's information. A student information is comprises of his or her personal information as well as academic information as well as transportation information, etc. If we keep all these informations together in one table, the table will become a very bulky table and there will be chances of database crash. To overcome this problem, we can distribute the different information of any particular subject for so-called student into different tables. Likewise, transportation information in one table, academic information in another table, personal information in another table. Now the question is how all these tables will give us data regarding to any particular student. So the answer is all these tables will be joined together with the help of a common field. And that common field will relate the tables together and enable the database to fetch out the related records from multiple tables. For example, on the screen you can see there are two tables. One's name is students table, another name is bus record table. The students table is having students personal information and the bus record table is covering the data regarding students bus number, by which bus he or she goes or comes. Now in spite of keeping these two types of data together, I distributed them into two different tables. But in both the tables, I made a field, common field, that is the admission number. Admission number is there in the primary table, that is the students table, and it is again there in the related table, that is the secondary table. So this common field, it must be a primary key field, is responsible for doing relationship between the tables. The primary key in the related table, or you can say the child table, this is the child table. The primary key in the child table is known as foreign key, and the primary key in the main table is known as primary key. You can say that in simpler way that a primary key is referred to as foreign key into the related table. Let's know, students, how can we establish a relationship between two different tables. For establishing a relation between two tables, there must be two tables created first. To show you, my dear students, I created two different tables, student table and one more table, that is bus record table. The bus record table is holding data of every student related to their bus activities, by which bus they go, what is their stoppage, likewise that. The bus record table is also having the admission number field, which is common in both the tables, and this common field will help us to create the relationship. But this common field should be of primary key type field, so that this can hold only the unique records. Means what? During relationship between the tables, we need at least one common field between the tables, which can act as a primary key field. The primary key field in the main table, the students table is the main table, it is created first. The primary key field, that is admission number, in the main table is known as foreign key in the other table to which it is going to be related. We are going to create a relationship between students table and bus record, so the admission number field of bus record will be treated as foreign key. Let us understand how to create relationships between these two tables. So for that, come to the database tools. You will get a command relationships. Click relationships. If no dialog box appears, click on show table dialog box. It will show you all the tables of your database. Select the main table, click on add. Select the secondary table, click on add, and then click on close button. Now you can see on screen two different windows showing two different table fields which we have created. Still the relationship is not generated. To generate the relationship between the tables, what we have to do, we have to drag the primary key of one table, of the primary table, we have to drag it and drop it at the same location in the secondary table. Likewise, I am dragging this primary key field from here and dropping it to the primary key notation in the secondary table. Now click on create button. You can see a line is, a black line is there, connected both the tables together, showing now tables are in relationship. Now these two tables are joined together. You can access records related to both the tables at one time because the relationship is established. So in this way you can establish relationship between two different tables of Microsoft Access. If in future you don't want the relationship, you want to clear the relationship, it's very easy. Just put your mouse pointer onto the connected lines, right click there and click on the delete button. It will ask you, do you permanently want to delete the relationship? Click on yes to delete the relationship. Now you can see the connection between both the table is disappeared, the line is disappeared, and the tables are free with relationship now. So in this way, students, you can create the relationships between the table and remove them. Let us understand what is a query. A query is a simple question that one asks to find a specific information from the database. Query is a question related to the data into the database. For example, you are watching a table here. From this table, you can come to know that there are various students of various classes of various locations. Now, the question into my mind arises that how many students are there into this database who belongs to Rapti Nagar. So you can see there are two students who belongs to Rapti Nagar. They are B and G. So because it is very cumbersome process to find out the selected records from a big database, we take helps of the query command of Microsoft Access. With the help of query command, we can filter out the specific data from the database and keep it as a new separate table into the same database. As you can see, the resultant database is here and it is showing the result of the query, that is the students belongs to Rapti Nagar. In the same way, we can build up many types of queries. For example, if I want to know how many students are there who belongs to class 8, you can see there are various students of different classes, but to filter out only class 8 students, we can take help of the queries. Let's see how to build a query. To build a query, just refer to the Create tab. There you will get two options, building query with wizard and building query with query design. Select the query design option. Microsoft Access is asking you want the query result from which of the following tables. You can select the table and click on Add button. Then close this dialog box. Now all the fields of that particular table are displayed into this students table window. Now come to the next part of the query building. Here you can see there are various headings, fields, table, sort, show, criteria, or. From the field option, you have to select a field, for example admission number, which you want to see into the resultant table, that is the query result. So I want to see the admission number and first name of the student, class of the student, and house of the student. Now table, from which table do you want all these records? So it will be automatically selected students table. Now if you want any of the particular field is to be sorted into any order, so you can click into that particular cell and select ascending or descending. Ascending to sort the fields data into ascending order, and descending to sort the data into descending order. So I don't want any sorting, so I'll select no sorting. Now show, all the check boxes are selected. It means the query result will show all these fields into the resultant table. Criteria means condition. as the condition was that to display all the students of class 8. So the criteria means condition, and the condition is class 8, all the students of class 8 to be displayed. So in the criteria section, come to the class column and type there like equals to 8. It means that in the class field, wherever the value is equals to 8, that value only be displayed into the result. Now the query is built up. You can see the results by clicking on this run query button, which is under the design tab. Now this is the resultant table, the query result. You can see only class 8 students are displayed into this table. So in this way you can build a simple query. In the next parts of this chapter, I will tell you how to set multiple criterias on a query. So I hope students you are able to set relationships between the table. You have the concept of primary keys, and also you have come to know that how to build a simple query to find out specific informations from the table. Thank you students. Stay home, stay safe.